All in favor, raise your hand. Are there any opposed? Say me if you oppose. I can't see everybody. None? Perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, now that I got that out of the way, can I have you all? Yes.
If you pick up the screen sheet, last year, it's not this year.
Not all of them.
So just check across the top. 2017, 2018.
You see, she had to burst the bubble. You all thought I was perfect, right? I know, I'm sorry. I probably grabbed it from the closet. I apologize. I apologize. Can we all stand and pledge our allegiance to the flag? Our flag is right here and there. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you so much. I'd like to make an introduction to our offices of the PTA. I am Michelle McComb. I am the PTA president, and I will ask each member to stand and say their name.
Hi, good evening. I'm Janice Font, and I am the PTA First Vice President.
Hi, I'm Kim Parry. I am the second VP.
Hi, I'm Laura Timoney, and I'm the parliamentarian.
I'm Julie Larson. I'm the recording secretary.
Lillian?
Lillian Cipolleti, I'm the corresponding secretary. I am all over that.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm extremely blessed to work with wonderful women. Please note that there are the minutes from our May meeting that we have copies of, and I'd like to ask for a motion to accept the minutes. Patricia Lagana. Yeah. Okay, and a second motion. What's your name again, Kathy? Teresa. And your last name, Teresa? I'm sorry.
Teresa, can you say that again because we didn't hear it?
Okay, awesome. Okay, and we also have Jean Marie. Do you want to talk about the treasurer's report? Yeah, come up here, Jean Marie, so you can be on camera. Hollywood. Come here.
Okay, we have the New Dorp High School projected expenses and income budget for this coming school year. If you just take a few minutes to look it over. Motion
To accept. And could you just say your name? Andrea Esposito. Thank you. Can we have a second? Camille Catan. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh, and if you would like to give any PTA dues, we have plenty of.
You can see Jean Marie. Thank you so much. And you may say, why should I pay PTA dues? Well, let me tell you, the money you'll see, we're going to be voting in a few minutes on different things. The money goes back to the school, back to our children. That's why we work like dogs for our kids, and so that they could have different things. We give out, because I know there's a lot of freshman parents here, so I'll explain. We give out underclassmen awards, 8 of them, or 9, for $50, and that's usually picked by an assistant principal, Mrs. Gannon, and that goes to an underclassman. And then in May, we give 8 seniors a check for $200, They write an essay, and we read them blind, and we pick 8 of them, and they are given a $200 check. So,
parents allowed to be on the.
right, of course. This year I will not be able to read because my son's a senior. If he's going to write an essay, that'll be a miracle. But but anyway, right? So, but it's a great little thing. You know, people say $200. That could help pay for some books for college. You know, so it's a nice thing that we try to do here with the PTA. Okay. I would like to take a vote on the bylaws. You might have taken a copy of them. These bylaws are updated to be in compliance with the chancellor's regs. So basically, that's all we did was update them to her regs. But I do need a motion to accept the bylaws. Patricia Langana. And a second motion. What's your name?
Kim Jorgensen.
Kim Jorgensen. Thank you very, very much. Okay, I got a couple more votes. So can I say them all at once, or do I have to do them all individually? We got 3 votes.
No.
3 individually? Okay. Okay, the first vote for you guys is to give $300 to the New Dorp Girls track team. This money is to help pay Ocean Breeze for use of their complex, and it's for $300. Can I have a motion to accept? Okay. Oh wait, I think we do everybody, right? Are you all in agreement with that?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry, I always get confused. It's been a long summer. Any opposed? No? Great. Okay, so we can give $300 to the track team. The next one is $300 as well. And this is also what we do as PTA. We have request forms, and we try to help the school any way we can. So we've been asked by the girls varsity bowling team for $300, and this will help the students pay for the cost of practice, which they incur every day, and also for their uniforms. So is a motion to accept? Is everyone in agreement?
Yes.
Any opposed? Great, 300 to the bowling. Okay, and last one, I promise. This is also another $300 donation to the boys bowling team, and this is also for practice, uniforms, and it's for about 15 or more students. So do I have a motion? A motion everybody accept?
Yes.
Any opposed? Thank you. And I'm sorry you have to hear from me so much today. We are going to have Sing, which is November 16th and what is it on there? 15th and 16th? Yes, 16th and 17th.
Right,
Thursday, Friday. Now, the Thursday night, the PTA sells concessions, candy, sodas, water, It's a great night. We make a lot of money, puts back into the PTA to give back to our kids. We also do raffles of baskets. So we ask if you have any donations, if you'd like to make a basket, or if you have anything you'd like to donate, we would gladly accept it. If you would like to volunteer and help us the night selling, we'd love to have you. It's a fun night. You get to meet people, right? We had for this time, and it's a nice night. So if you have interest, please let me know. I will have a sign-up sheet next month for sure, and or you could call me. My number is on one of those sheets. We'd love to have you. I appreciate that. Okay, now we have some open positions for service. We have freshman SLT. SLT stands for School Leadership Team. So far, we have 5 ladies. Are any of those ladies here? Liz is here. Liz, Susanna, is Dawn, Grace Marie, I know is not here, and Teresa. No? And you're interested. Okay, good. So if you filled out a form and you're interested, please bring it up to the front, okay? Is there only one person interested? Andy. Okay, good. All right, what I'm going to do is take your names, We're going to give you all a chance to come up and talk to us. But first, we'd like to hand out the sheets.
You gotta add the names. I'll do that now.
Yes. Janice is going to hand out the sheets. Now, Andy's name is not on it, and what's her name? Sonia's name is not on it. They're going to come up and talk. They'll spell their name.
No,
Please.
We have a third. So
Okay.
We have a third interest.
Okay, your third interest. So please write, when they come up and speak, write their name on the sheet, okay? All right. Liz, would you like to come up first?
So we wait till everybody has a sheet, or is her name on it already?
Her name is on it.
Oh, good girl.
Come right here, sweetie.
You're on TV now.
Thanks.
I'm not nervous enough. Hi, my name's Liz D'Ambrosio. I have a freshman boy in ACMA program. I was on PTA executive board for PS 32 for 7 years. I held a position for SLT for 3 of those years. I was also the parliamentarian for 4 years. I enjoy the children and do whatever I can to help them. You need my help for anything, I'm here always. Nighttime, I work during the day. But I'm glad to be here. It's been a real welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Liz. Okay, Susanna DiPaolo? Not here, okay. Dawn Longo? Not here? Okay. Grace Marie, Felon? She works Wednesday evening, but she asked me to read something for her, and this is what she said. Hello, my name is Grace Marie Felon. I am the parent of 3 school-aged children, 1 with special needs. This is a very exciting year for me because my twins just started high school. I have been involved with the PTA executive boards for the past 9 years on both grade and middle school levels. I have organized and been a part of many fundraisers and school functions. I look forward to assisting New York High School in any way I can to ensure both students and administration may achieve their goals and be successful. That is Grace Marie Felon. Okay? What is the second, what's the other name?
Oh, I have 3 names. Should I just read them?
Yes, and have them.
Okay. Well, let me read the 3 names. So everybody just write these names down on the sheet that you have there, and then we'll ask them to come up one by one to speak for a few minutes. Sonia, Sonia, Pugliese is one name. E-S-E. Pugliese. Everybody got it?
Now say it one more time.
Sonia, Sonia, Pugliese. Okay, is everybody ready for the second name? Andriana, is that right?
Yes.
Oh, yay. Andreana. Last name Rutherford. Rutherford. Does everybody have that?
No, we think that she didn't get that.
Okay. Does she have it?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the third name is Maria
Okay, like the Maria number.
Ferris. And Maria, how do you say your last name? Cuozzzo. Cuozzzo. All right, does everybody have that name?
Maria?
Say it again.
Maria Ferris, Ferris, like Ferris Bueller's Neighbor, and Cuozzzo. That's the third name. So there should be 3 added names on that sheet to vote. Okay? So do you want to call? Sonia, where are you? Come in and speak to us for a minute, please.
Hi, my name is Sonia Puglisi. I'm a parent of a girl freshman.
Talk louder.
Yeah. You have to scream in this crowd.
Hi, my name is Sonia Puglisi, and I'm a parent of a freshman girl who started this year in the Math and Science Institute. I was a PTA president at 2 different schools, intermediate and elementary, for I think over 10 years. And I've been involved in SLT on both schools also. So I'm very excited because I also had another girl who graduated here 2 years ago, same Math and Science Institute. And this is a wonderful school and wonderful people to work with. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Next is Andriana Rutherford.
Hello.
Hello.
Everybody calls me Andy. It's an easier name to remember. I'm a mom of a freshman. My son's in forensics. We're both very nervous starting high school. I was on the PTA at PS 41 for 7 long years, and I do miss it, but I worked overnight, so it was kind of hard to get a lot of stuff done. Currently unemployed. We'll be unemployed hopefully. We'll be employed hopefully soon. And I'm looking forward to 4 years in Newdorp. I hear the school improved a lot, and we'll see what happens. Thank you.
Thank you. And Maria, you're up next.
Hi, my name is Maria Clozo. I have 3 young ladies that are all in high school. My baby is just starting her first year here. I was involved in elementary school. I took a couple of years off, and I figured it was time to come back to see how things are going. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay. So please make your votes, and the girls will come by and pick them up, and then they'll tally the votes, okay? Good luck, one and all. We also...
No, only one.
We also have a position open for the attendance committee member. This meets the 3rd Wednesday of the month at 8:48 a.m. in the principal's office. This is not a voting thing, but if anyone has interest in it.
Wait, I don't know if it's allowed. See, this is why. Show her the text. I think you have somebody watching us that wants to try to run.
They have to be here.
Yeah, she was supposed to write it to me. Okay. Teresa said she sent me a text. I didn't get it. I'll check now. She's one of the. No, I didn't get a text from her.
But Michelle,
I'm sorry.
If she's missing from the meeting, you can read, but she can't come in.
Okay, so the attendance committee member, if you have an interest in that, please see me. And also we have a position for a member at large, which is a position for a freshman parent who is interested in being on the executive board. Okay, so if you have an interest in that, raise your hand. Okay, and your name? Okay, is there anyone else? Maria? Okay. Denise, come up. No. Just tell us about yourself.
Okay. Hi, my name is Denise Militano. I am a parent of a freshman that just entered the Future Teachers Academy. She came from Catholic school, and I was a nervous wreck, my only one, so my baby. I've been involved with PTA since pre-K. The teachers all know, oh, you need something, just call Denise. I figure out a way, I figure out why, I figure out how. I've always just been there, and I kind of was like, oh, in high school I won't, but then I said to my mother, she's got 4 more years, and then we're done. Well, we're not done, we're never done, but, so I've always been involved. I was at Queen of Pieces, PTA, I was their recording secretary. We were at every function, we set up. Our Christmas fair was 4 days long with a week worth of setup, and we were there from morning till end, and you know what? It's one of the best memories I have of her being in school because she always smiled. As she got older, it was like, oh no, you're still here. But she knew I was still here. So thank you.
Thank you. And Maria, can you just spell your last name?
M-I-L-I-T-A.
I'm actually not sure what member at large is. I have a nice.
Do you have a freshman?
I do.
Okay.
And I do have a nice crew that volunteered me up here. Which is really perfect. We love that. I just want to get back involved. She's a freshman. She's my last one. Time to get to know this school.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I am going to turn the time over to Danielle, and I will. Was there anyone else who has interest in member at large? Dr. Lee. Okay. Okay, I am going to write up some ballots and have you vote on that. But first, we'll have our first speaker, who is Dr. Lee. Dr. Lee, come on up. She's from the Health Center here at Neudorf, and she is going to speak to us. I'm going to turn the time over to you. Yes.
Thank you very much for that very warm welcome. Can you all hear me in the back? Okay, great. Like everyone said, I'd like to thank the PTA, the parent coordinator, the whole school community for inviting us to your very first PTA meeting. So my name, as I said, is April Lee. I'm the medical director for the school health center. With a show of hands in the room, how many of you know that there's a health center in Neudorf High School? Oh my gosh, most of you. So most of my work is done tonight, so thank you very much. I'm gonna say, if you've heard good things, and I hope you have, please spread the word, and it just becomes easier for us. We want everyone, every student enrolled in the health center. That's our goal. And why? Because like the school, we want all of your children to graduate high school, be healthy, and be productive in their lives. And like one mom just said, the job never ends. It doesn't. But while they're in high school, we have the same goals as the school. We want them to finish high school in a healthy manner. So what qualifies me? There's a lot of questions. For those of you who don't know there's a health center, there are a lot of questions. And one of them could be, what qualifies me as being your medical director for your health center? One, I'm a board certified adolescent medicine specialist in pediatrics. But more importantly, I'm the mother of 2 daughters. Thank goodness they're in their 20s and they're happy and healthy. But I remember being exactly in your position as a parent, sitting in these seats. And yes, me too. I was active in my PTA and I was on the executive committee too. And I just remember being in this room, in a room similar to this, and this is bringing back a lot of really nice memories for me, honestly, right now. But I remember struggling as a parent of a high school student, and I sent them out to school healthy, but why didn't they always come back healthy? And you just don't want that dreaded call, that call in the middle of the day. You're busy doing things and you get, Mom, I'm not feeling well. Can you pick me up? Or it was usually the parent coordinator who called me, not the school nurse, but the parent coordinator who called me. Your daughter's in my office right now and she wants to go home. Can you pick her up? So what can the health center provide you? We provide comprehensive health care, primary care, which is well child checkups. We can do physicals for sports, physicals for working papers, physicals for college and summer camp. We can do vaccinations to keep your children in school. We are now providing the flu vaccine. We have it in stock on site, and your children can access that, can get the flu vaccine here. But most importantly, we can provide first aid and care for your child if they're sick. Now, the big question is, how does my child access this care? There's a consent form on the first table. In order for your child to access that care, you have to sign the consent form. And that's the only way that your child can get the full complement of services. If you do not sign the consent form, then we act and function like a school nurse. If your child gets sick in school, they'll be sent down to the health center. They have a headache. We would be able to just assess them, meaning look at them, decide with your child whether or not they can stay in school or not, and we would give you a call. If you sign the consent form and your child came down with a headache, and I'm not wishing that on anyone, but if that happened, then we could do blood pressure, temperature, pulse, heart rate, do a physical exam as is needed, and then offer them something for pain, like Tylenol or ibuprofen, something like that. Or if they were hungry, we could feed them, as long as we knew what their allergies were. But we can't do any of that without you filling out the paperwork and signing the consent form. So I strongly encourage you to all sign the consent form. Now you can ask, how long is that consent form good for? For the entire time your child's in high school. So hopefully it's 4 years for most of you, but for the entire time. Now, who takes care of your child while they're in the health center? People like me, pediatricians, a physician assistant, a nurse practitioner. We're all clinicians who take care of teenagers. The medical assistant does as well. We have 2 social workers and front desk people, and we're really fortunate to have staff who are sensitive to teenagers and their needs. Finally, the hours of operation are Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 3:30 during regular school days. Now, another question you could ask is, but I have a pediatrician. Why do I need the health center? Because it's only during the hours of school. I'm a community pediatrician. I'm not in competition with myself. I don't feel that I'm in competition with myself at all. I would encourage you to strongly encourage you to go see your regular pediatricians for regular care. But while your child's in school, we can offer them all these services. So, to sum up, we are in the same role as the rest of the school. We work collaboratively with the school. We talk with guidance counselors. We just want your kids to graduate and be healthy. So, if you, yes.
Medicals for teens and medicals for...
Absolutely. We do the physicals and the clearance forms. We'll fill out paperwork. If your child comes in with any kind of paperwork, including sports team physicals and working paper physicals, we'll fill out all that paperwork for them. So make your child's life a lot easier while they're here in school. And if there's any questions about that, we would be able to handle that. Yes. That's a great question. Yes, they actually have to make the appointment themselves. Now, do I encourage parents to call? Of course, you can always call us. But we prefer if the student makes the appointment themselves, because we don't want them cutting or missing a major class. That is never our goal. Our intent is never for them to miss an English class, a science class. They have to know when their gym class is, or their lunch class, or a minor class that they could possibly skip for the appointment. So we do encourage appointments, but people can come in, walk-ins, if they're not feeling well. One could also ask, how much is this going to cost me? Now, if you look on the consent form, yes, we do ask for health insurance information, but there is no out-of-pocket cost. There's no copay. So it shouldn't cost you. Our intent is to break down barriers to healthcare. It's always been our goal. So there is no cost, there is no out-of-pocket expense to you. Yes?
Are you part of North Shore Community?
Northwell Health System. Yes, we are proud to be new members of the growing Northwell Health. Let me get it right because it's big. They keep rebranding. Northwell Health. It used to be called North Shore. They are now called Northwell Health. And so we are now part of the newly named Zucker School of Medicine as well at Hofstra Northwell. So if you ever see any of the signs actually on Staten Island as well, anyone part of Northwell Health in pediatrics actually has the Cohen's logo now, the Keith Haring logo. So we're not talking about Manhasset, we're not talking about New Hyde Park, we're talking about Staten Island right here. Yes, we're a part of that growing system. Any other questions? Okay, I remind you again that the consent forms are on the table. If you do fill it out tonight, you can, Danielle, thank goodness, has agreed to collect them from you tonight. Otherwise, you can always contact us in the health center. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Can you hear me back there? Yeah, everybody good? Okay. I'm Danielle Mayer. I'm your parent coordinator. To all the freshman parents who don't know me, you're probably getting a little bit sick of me by now. You hear a lot from me through Pupil Path and Facebook and Remind. And all those items are really great. We always encourage you to stay in touch. So I'm just going to go through a list of reminders here. The first is our gym uniforms. They're available for sale tonight. You can pick them up here. If you placed orders on our website, give us a whole school day to fulfill those. Then your student could then pick it up during their lunch period, or you guys can come in for the hours of 9:30 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. and you do not have to wait in line. If you want to order online, you can go to our website. There's a link called School Gear, and it will take you directly to our school store. Okay, so our monthly themes. Every month here at New Dorp, we have a monthly theme. So for September, it was Welcome Back, and you can see the videos that play throughout the whole school. It's blasted out to you guys as well. The students have fun competitions, and this month they have to take a photo in front of our photo wall. They have to like our Instagram page, which is New Dorp. It's at New Dorp, and then they use the hashtag CougarReady. And please encourage your students to do this because we're going to choose one winner and they win a free trip, a free class trip. So especially our juniors and our seniors, that's a lot of money. It's a couple $100 and it's completely free to them. And we also ask the parents to participate. After here, if you want to visit our subway wall, we're doing a Take What You Need theme, and it's positive reinforcement, it's advice, it's anything that you want to leave your children. And it's really great. They pass by during their classes, they read them, they take what they need, and we replenish it on a daily basis. And just a preview of next month is going to be Urban Legends. So it's going to be some fun stuff as well. We're not doing all serious themes. So you'll hear from us. We're going to have a Fright Fest, which is going to be on our terrace, and a haunted house, which is going to be in our cafeteria. And we are looking for parent volunteers for that. So myself and our COSA, Janine Zagari, will be sending out emails to all the parents. If you have Halloween decorations that you could donate, if you could donate your time, we really would appreciate that. And that is going to be October 21st, okay, in the afternoon. Okay, very important announcement, lunch forms. We know everyone has free lunch now. However, we really, really need you to fill out these lunch forms. It is how we get Title I funding. This funding goes towards tutoring. It goes to PM classes. It goes to all those great things that we offer our students to help them academically. So you can fill it out online. And we have all those links on our website, on our Facebook page as well. Once you fill it out, if you fill out the paper one, give it to your student to bring into their second period homeroom teacher. If you fill it out online, take a screenshot, print out the confirmation, give it to your student, have them give it to their second period homeroom teacher. The homerooms are having a competition. Whichever classes have 100% participation get a free bagel breakfast party that the kids are very excited for. So please, if you haven't done that, it's very important. Please fill out those lunch forms. Yeah.
I never figured it out.
Yep.
But I have it on here. Can I forward it to you?
You can forward it to your student, and they have to show the second period homeroom teacher. They have to show it to them. If you don't, let's say you did it in August. You're really proactive. You did it. You didn't take a screenshot. Your student goes to the school store, speaks to Miss Sisti, and she will find that you guys have done it, and will give him a letter to give to his teacher, or her teacher, that they did fill it out. Okay? Okay. Paint night. We're having paint night Friday, October 6th. It's $25 per person. I will take RSVPs tonight. You don't need to have the cash on you. You can pay me that night. This paint night, we're actually opening up to students and family as well, as long as they have an adult with them. It's a lot of fun. You guys come in, I instruct the class. We also have another instructor on the floor that helps. So if you're interested, you can pop by me and I'll take your name down. You guys also have those raffle tickets. Does everyone have a raffle ticket? Okay, great. At the end, we're going to grab someone. They're going to pull out a raffle and you win a free ticket to paint night.
Want to do it now?
Yeah, we can do it. Do you want to do it now? We'll wait till the end in case someone didn't have it. Okay. Yeah. So that's paint night. Okay, so our Facebook page. Our Facebook page is New Dorp HS Parents. We treat it as a person. It's not an actual page where you just like it and follow it. This is for security. This is so I can make sure you're a parent and you're not a stranger. Parents share a lot of information on there. It's a community. You guys love it. I love it. I share a lot of information. We just have to keep the children safe. So you can friend me and you guys will be approved and you can stay in touch. Our Twitter is at NDHS Parents. And also our Remind app. So those of you who don't know what Remind is, it's a texting app. You may get some reminds from me, like such as tonight, hey, PTA meeting at 7 p.m., cafeteria A. And those who need to sign up, you can text at New Dorp PC, and that's to 81010. Okay, and also we also have all of this on the website as well. Okay, the PSAT and SAT. So the PSAT is on March 13th. The SAT is on March 21st. Okay, we are working on getting the funding for the prep classes as well for that. And all your children, the sophomore and the juniors, you're already registered and there's no fee. Okay. All right. The school health center, again, Dr. Lee had mentioned the forms are over there. Feel free, take your time, fill them out. I'll be collecting them. If you want to go home and fill them out by yourselves, not a problem. You can mail them to me. You can drop them off to me. Send your student in. Whatever is easiest, I will accept them. And September 28th is our first parent engagement night for the senior parents. Your senior meeting is from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. So Ms. Clark, who is our senior advisor counselor, is going to speak to you guys, as well as our COSA, Ms. Zagari. She'll go over graduation, senior dues, yearbook, photos, all of that good stuff. For the underclassmen parents, it's from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. It's for the underclassmen parents, it's 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. on September 28th. What you do is you come in, you get your student's schedule, and you're going to follow their schedule for the day with shortened periods. They're about 15 minutes each. You'll see what they do in a day. You'll meet their teachers. At lunchtime, you come here. If you haven't signed up for Pupil Path, you can do so tonight or you could do so that night. And you also get to meet their guidance counselors. It's a nice night. You can see what they do and you follow their schedule. Seniors from 5 to 6, you can follow their schedule. And then from 6 to 8 is your senior meeting. Okay? Yeah. Yep.
Where is that going to? Is that going to
Pupil Path. Through Pupil Path, it'll be from Miss Zagari. It's also posted outside of South 106 for the students to look it up. Okay, it's by last name. Okay, PTA dues. If you guys have any that you want to give tonight, Michelle's here in the gang, you can give it to them. If you'd rather give it at a later date, you can put it in an envelope, send it with your student. I'll collect it and leave it for them as well. Okay, and the backpack donations. We are still accepting donations. We are working with Where to Turn. They're sending the backpacks to Florida and Texas for those students who are in need. I know Miss DeAngela sent home a message today. Whatever you can donate, whether it's a backpack fill or maybe just some supplies. And a really nice touch that our parents have been doing is writing letters to them. And they really, really enjoy that. Yeah. As soon as possible. They already picked up the first shipment. You can send it in with your students. We store them here. If you don't want to send it in with them and want to drop it off during the day, I'm here starting at 7 a.m. Yes. For Puerto Rico? Yeah, we can connect Dennis McKean, and he's the one in charge of this. I'm sure he's doing that as well.
They're doing Mexico and Puerto Rico.
Oh, Mexico and Puerto Rico. So that's a yes. Did you hear Miss D? No. She said, Miss D, they're doing Mexico and Puerto Rico as well. Any other questions do you guys have for me? No? Yeah.
You said you're collecting Halloween decorations?
Yes. So we're collecting Halloween decorations. So it's on the 21st. So you can also drop that off to me, or you can drop it off to Miss Zagari. She's in South 106, and it would go towards our haunted house, which will be in here. Anyone else have any questions? No? Okay, well, I'll be around after the meeting as well if you want to talk to me one-on-one, and I'll turn the table over to Ms. DeAngelis.
Wait, before you go, Deirdre, can I have, Andy, you wanted to say something? Yes. I'm sorry. Thank you. I'm sorry. I didn't have her on the agenda. I apologize.
Quick.
Okay.
I volunteer with a group called the Friends of Keblehan. We take care of the park at the end of Newdorp Lane, from Newdorp Lane to Ebbets. We're having a flea market on October 7th. We are looking for vendors, but we would also like to have some of the students come down to volunteer with us to help out with setup and breaking down, maybe helping people to their cars if they purchase too much stuff. We also clean the lane. We're always around the neighborhood. You probably see me all the time. I'm forever on the lane cleaning up garbage. We clean the beaches. We do all kinds of different things. So I just wanted to make you aware. I have some flyers, but I do tag the Newdorp High School parents page on everything that we do. We're, a not-for-profit 5013C. We give community service credit. So just wanted to make you all aware. Thank you.
Thank you.
I just would like to announce those we elected in this evening for freshman SLT. It's Sonia Pugliese, congratulations. And our member at large, Denise Militano, congratulations.
Okay, and now I'm going to turn the time over to our wonderful principal, Mrs. D'Angelo.
All right, well, Danielle stole a lot of what I had on my list, so that's okay. But I'm just gonna reinforce some of the things you heard this evening. First of all, I do have to give another shout out for the health center. I have to say that they have been a heaven sent for us on so many levels. There's little things like when a kid gets hurt in gym where they're able to really assess and diagnose what is going on, so that when we have a parent on the phone, we could be more specific about what they should expect when they show up. I think it was this morning, it might have been yesterday, my head is spinning a little bit, it's the beginning of the year, but I found a boy sitting on a back staircase, as polite as could be. He was holding his head. I said, "What's up?" He said, "Miss, I can't even lift my head is killing me." I said, "Okay, you a member of the health center?" He said, "No." So I took him to my office. He put his head down for a period. He actually closed his eyes, and then I had to call home. So that's a perfect example of someone who I would rather take to the health center, have them assess. Maybe he didn't eat the right thing in the morning. Maybe he didn't drink enough. I don't know. There was probably a million things. And he just felt terrible because it was too early in the school year to go home. He wanted to go back to class. And so, just think about it again. It doesn't replace your pediatrician. It's an addition to. And when we get to that senior year and they have to start filling out their medicals for college, and if you go to the pediatrician, you're sitting there for 4 hours, sometimes this helps out along the way. All right? Programming. So I have to say that this is probably the smoothest start we've had to school in 19 and a half years of me being here. Our classes were, I would say, almost equalized on the first and second day. There were some program changes like every other school, but I could tell you that we had 11 classes that were oversized when 2 of our neighboring Staten Island schools were in the 90s of oversized classes on the second day of school. So the UFT called and said, "Congratulations, we've never seen anything like that before." Our teachers are happy. Things are going smooth. They have all the materials, all the books. Classes that in the past might not have used a textbook, especially in science, chemistry to be specific, are now using textbooks. Our expectations are higher, and I think I've spoken about that over the past few years, how we really need to have the students ready for the next phase of life, whether it be college or career. So we are pushing them to take more rigorous courses. And so if you have any questions specific to your child about programming, you could stay. I'll be here. You can ask me, and I'll do my best. The Law Institute, I know some of you may have concerns if you're a parent of the Law Institute because your SLC has not had a dedicated guidance counselor since the beginning of the year. Ms. Lanza is still out on maternity leave. We received approval today. There was a hiring freeze. We received approval today. The new guidance council will start on Monday. And I can tell you for sure the kids are going to be very happy because they've come to my office a million times saying, we need a counselor. And even though Ms. Gannon has been helping out, they want their own counselor upstairs. So that'll happen on Monday. I just want to clarify the PSAT and the SAT. So it is the 13th for the PSAT and the 21st of March, both in March, for the SAT. Those are the paid PSATs and SATs. In other words, no charge to you. For all 10th graders, the PSAT is paid for 11th graders, the SAT. But as many of you know, if your child is an 11th grader or a senior, they should be taking multiple SATs so that they can improve their scores. And how do they do that? Well, they get a printout that gives them the specific information of where their strengths were and where their weaknesses were. And now the Khan Academy is online and it's free to all, where they can prescribe the best route to get to the best outcome in terms of improving the skills of the areas of weakness. They help you set it all up. Again, does it take a lot of self-motivation? Yes. Do some of our juniors and seniors have that? Not all the time. So we have to push, okay? If you have any questions about that, you can ask anyone in the college office. What you should know is probably by the 1st of October, we will have 6 college students working in the college office. They won't only be working with seniors, although for this part of the year until we get all the applications in, and most applications are due by Christmas break, they'll be here. And the good part of this is that the largest percentage of our students still go to CUNYs, whether it's CSI, Brooklyn College, Hunter, City College, they're all CUNYs. These students have experience in CUNY. They know how to find scholarships. They know how to apply for financial aid. They know how to register without getting closed out of classes, which is quite an obstacle when you talk about our seniors leaving here and going to college. It's always an issue. And then if you closed out, then it doesn't take 4 years to graduate. It takes 5. And so I'm hoping that this is going to work out as being a real solid mentorship program where these students can start really helping our students get acclimated to what's next. So that'll be beginning on the 1st. I really want to thank Danielle for all the work that she does. I know she works extremely hard with the parents. She gets back to all of you with the best information she can find. She also designed that sheet that came home to you in color for the refrigerator with all the information, dates, telephone numbers. Hopefully you put it on a bulletin board or you put it on a refrigerator. Her designs are amazing. She does our lobby. She does all our posters and our banners and our flags. And it kind of brings a nice feel and community to the building. And so she's been a real asset to us. So I really want to publicly thank her. Okay, so I gave out letters the other day, second period, for everyone to take home. They say that we're a focus school. And I think I explained this to all of you last year. And I kind of took the state letter and mixed it up a little bit and put my own little words in there. And I did that on purpose because when people hear focus school, they hear failing school. I do not, under any circumstances, consider us a focus school. I mean a failing school. Do we have deficits? Like every other school we have. And most schools in the city have at least a focus component to them because it's very hard, but the New York State Ed Department has all of these subgroups and all of these adequate yearly progress targets that we have to make. And some years we have a group of kids that make them and other kids struggle. So there's so many variables. All the subgroups are based by race, male, female. Then there's a subgroup of economically disadvantaged. There's a subgroup of students with IEPs. And there's a subgroup of students that are ESL. And we do a lot of work of focusing on the students that are deficient, that need to move. And I'll give you an example. So there was a couple of years back where we had one student who was a member of 5 different subgroups. So we knew if he did not pass his ELA region and did not pass his algebra region, that he would hit us hard on 5 subgroups. He was Hispanic, he was male, he had an IEP, he was ESL, and he was economically disadvantaged. So his name was in 5 subgroups. And the reason I'm pointing that out is because no matter how hard we work with each of the kids, sometimes there's so many factors that play into a kid's achievement that we don't get them all past that finish line at the same rate, according to the state. They get there. Our graduation rate is over 80 now. And when you look at back when I arrived in 2000, we were close to 54.6. We've made huge strides. Our kids are doing phenomenal. And we're not struggling. There's a Staten Island High School with only one student in the 9th grade last year in algebra in June got over a 90 on the algebra regions. We had way more than that. I'm talking near 100 kids that got over a 90 on the algebra regions. And I'm not saying that to compare. I'm saying that to tell you that we really do pinpoint and try to focus on the areas where the kids need the most help. So I'm not exactly upset that we got a focus designation, because with focus designations comes money, and the money helps us to run tutoring programs and Saturday school and PM programs. So I'm not exactly unhappy about it. That doesn't mean we did it on purpose, but I'm not happy. I'm not unhappy, okay? But if you have any questions or concerns about that, feel free to see me. Parent engagement night, the letter is wrong. It says period 6 through 8 for the parent meeting. It's really 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock for the senior meeting. All right, we met with the seniors yesterday. They took their group senior picture. They were absolutely magnificent. I have to tell you that they moved from the auditorium to the bleachers. We took our big wide shot of all the seniors sitting across the bleachers. They then left and went out to the field, and we had it all taped off for 2018, and the picture was taken from the roof down. When I tell you, not an effort. We didn't have to yell at a kid. Nobody was goofing around. They listened to us. If we said hands down, hands were down. If we said hands up, hands were up. It was such a pleasure. It was such a pleasure. I can't even begin to tell you. But we did tell them about the senior trip. We did tell them about senior dues and the prom. We told them about college applications. And the parents are going to hear more about that next Thursday night from 6 to 8. I hope our underclassmen will come at 5 o'clock, and you'll get to visit with all the teachers. You get to hear about the curriculum. You won't talk about your specific child next Thursday. It's really about finding out about expectations, curriculum, special activities, and projects that you should know about, because that's really who we are these days. What are the special things that are happening here? And you'll hear about them next Thursday. This weekend we have our home openers, so I hope you'll come out. Our varsity baseball, football, and junior varsity football on Saturday and Sunday. So they asked me to mention that. We had our first class have 100% lunch forms today, so they're getting their bagel breakfast on Monday, and we're excited about that. And 2 last things. One, I meet with students at 7:15 on Friday mornings every Friday. If your child gets into school and wants to hear what's happening, if they want to be on a decision-making board where they get to vote on spirit weeks and dances, activities, fundraisers, community events, and they want to come have a bagel, a cup of coffee, a glass of orange juice, we meet 7:15. It's called my student advisory board. It's open to anyone. So they can come. It's in the principal's conference room. I welcome them. It's a nice place to make friends and do all that. We met with the Sing students the other day, and I know many of you are Sing parents. So I have to say this out loud, and please understand where it's coming from. Sing is great. I love it. it is the best thing. My own niece was in Sing when she was here. She graduated in 2005. She's now married in a bridal party with some of her friends that she met here in Sing. And they've all grown up being friends. They're at each other's weddings and they're celebrating births, and it's great. So I know that's going to happen for your children, but we need them to focus on their class. And sometimes they lose their heads in Sing and they forget their homework or projects or study for tests, and then they fail a test, and then they fail another test, and then they don't do homework, and then they fail a class, and then they get a notice that they're out of Sing. And then I hear from the kids, and then I hear from the parents, and they tell me, well, don't you understand? I paid, I bought costumes. My child has been here for a month and a half practicing. I don't mean to be rude, but I'm going to tell you too bad. And I don't mean it in that way. Academics has to come first. If they are not eligible, they are not on stage. Being on stage is not going to get them in college. Being on stage is not going to get them a high school diploma. It helps that they have those activities for those applications, but they need a piece of paper that says they leave here in order to get that application complete and go on to college. So if they're not eligible, eligibility is 5 classes and gym passed before the activity, and that's for everything. That's trips, Sing, special events, and 90% attendance. Okay? So please understand, if you want to talk to me privately, you can. I advise you to be here for open school night, so it's not a surprise. That's in October, so that when Sing comes around in November, you know what's going on. Okay? And the last thing is, many of the upperclassmen know this already, so it's more for the freshman parents. If you are emailing a teacher or an assistant principal and you think it's serious enough that you want to bring it to my attention, CC me. I'm not going to necessarily get back to you myself, but I will make sure whoever you are sending that to gets back to you. If there's something that you are not happy with, anything, and you're not getting responses or you're not getting the responses you want, and let me be clear about that. If you called and said, you know, my child is in weight training and I really want them in tennis, and why are they not in tennis? Sometimes I can't fix those things because of class sizes and contract. But if it's something serious that impacts your child's well-being and their academic, day, I should know about it. So email me and I will get back to you, or I will have someone get back to you who will address whatever it is. I answer every email that I can, and I get somebody back to you within 24 hours every single time I hear about something, okay? So I will be sticking around, and I will be happy to answer any individual personal questions or issues you have. So thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you so much, Mrs. D'Angelis. Anyone have any questions? Any concerns? Okay, can I have a motion to adjourn? What? Oh, before I forget the raffle. Oh my goodness. Who would like to come and pick? Could somebody come? One of the kids?
The baby. Come on. Come on, go sit down. Pick. All right, you go pick.
Go ahead, sweetie, you go.
Go ahead, you go pick.
I'm gonna pick 2. Okay. The first one is 306218. Oh, good. See Danielle. Okay. The next one is 306210. Oh, good. Okay, see Danielle. Thank you. Can I have a motion to adjourn? Okay. Thank you. And a second. Okay.